Chapter 3, Knowledge, Likes, and Dislikes. Okay, let's talk about the likes and dislikes of the K personality types. Now, here's what's funny, is the list that I'm about to review with you is rather short, and the reason is it was created by the Ks. See, we build these lists and this information that we're transferring to you through breakout groups, through research, and through studies of many people that categorize themselves in the K personality type. So let's begin with the likes. They like credibility. When someone has credibility, not because their title says so, but because they've earned the right through intellect and through accomplishment of being a subject matter expert. They trust that. They like credentials in that regard as long as it's backed by intellectual accomplishment. They like science. They like monographs. They like ingredient lists. So if your product can show ingredient lists, they like that. They're the type that will actually take every single ingredient and go home and research it on the internet to pull up information about whether or not they can create an opinion around if that ingredient is good to consume or not. Definitely, they like the facts and the figures. They want proof. So it's not good enough that you say it works. They want proof that it works. If you can show them measurements, facts, and figures, things that you can actually prove, is a great thing. They don't want sales pitches. They don't like to be pitched. They're not emotionally connected to that sort of thing. They don't like the hype, etc. They like credentialed leadership. So leaders who have accomplished and earned the right to present or to be an expert. They don't like taking breaks. They just want to continue to plow through the information, right? They're not social. They don't want to go and chit chat. And they like analysis. So they do a lot of logical reasoning, research, and things like that. The things that Ks don't like, first and foremost on the list, is chit chat. They don't like to small talk. So when you bring them to an event that requires networking and hanging out, waiting for the speaker to start, etc., it makes them very uncomfortable. You want to introduce them to another K personality type and let them bond together as two intellectual people so that they can enjoy that stimulation and not feel uncomfortable with the chit chat or the huggy ends that are oozing all over them, right? They don't like it when you can't present any evidence to prove your theory. So the lack of evidence is not a good thing. They don't like it when you can't provide documentation, again, because they're looking for the proof and the facts and the research. They dislike testimonials. So when you bring a whole bunch of people on for third-party validation, they generally dislike that. They dislike receiving praise. They like to accomplish, but they don't like to be recognized publicly for that accomplishment. They dislike ignorance. So if you have people who are on fire but don't know anything, they're going to dislike that. They dislike poor listeners. Ks are actually great listeners because if you can picture their brain like a computer processor, they're taking in information constantly. They don't like unbridled excitement. So the hype associated with network marketing and direct sales can often turn them away from even being interested in getting involved. They don't like arrogance. So especially that comes across from the A's and possibly the B's. They're not going to connect with that. They dislike a lack of organization. Ks might be a little disorganized appearing, but they know where everything is. Everything has its precise place, even if it appears to be slightly chaotic. And they dislike it when there's no plan or strategy associated with the product or the opportunity. So now that we understand the likes and dislikes, the biggest thing that you need to know is that Ks are all about their intellectual stimulation. And if the product or service is going to enhance that experience or the opportunity for them to know something faster than their peer groups, their bragging rights is information-based, intelligence-based, IQ-based, then they will have a fascination for getting involved. Now, oftentimes Ks will get involved in an opportunity and be great at studying and learning and knowing everything about it, but not necessarily making any sales or recruiting other people because their goal is to simply consume information, not necessarily to go and earn money. Okay, so that's some of the challenges that come with the Ks.